Well, hello everybody, welcome to the new Steamboat channel. This is a special little vlog in honour of this little guy here, Mickey Mouse. Because if you're watching this on today, which is the 18th of November, today is Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday. So that's 1928. Mickey Mouse first appeared in screens across America. Now that first cartoon was Steamboat Willie, although it wasn't actually the first cartoon that Walt had done. The first cartoon which featured Mickey Mouse was called Plain Crazy, but they changed it, so Steamboat Willie was released first, then came Plain Crazy. Steamboat Willie is just a classic cartoon, and there's lots of music in it. Mickey doesn't speak in it, but it's just a really good. If you've never seen classic Mickey Mouse cartoons and it's black and white, check out Steamboat Willie. Is a really good one. Really good one. Now, some of you may or may not know this, but Mickey Mouse was originally going to be called Mortimer Mouse. Mortimer Mouse. But with conversations with Walt's wife Lillian, they decided that Mickey was a better name, and it's just got a better ring to it. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Now, there's many cartoons. If you look around, they probably are on YouTube somewhere. There's a Mickey Mouse short called Opera House. That was the first cartoon of Mickey Mouse where you actually see he's not white, but he had white gloves on his hands. Pre that, Mickey Mouse didn't have that. So from that cartoon onwards, he had these little white gloves on. Opera House. Check that one out. That's good. On the 18th of November 1978, Mickey Mouse was the first cartoon character to get his little star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Who would have thought a cartoon character had a little star? I've been to Hollywood, and I've been to the Man's Chinese Theatre, and I've seen some of those little stars dotted around. Never seen the Mickey Mouse one. So a good reason to go back at some point, really, to check out that one. Now I'm looking at this one down because I don't want to flub this one up. Right? One of the most iconic Mickey Mouse products, because obviously there's lots of merchandise. One of the most iconic Mickey Mouse products of all time is the Mickey Mouse wristwatch, and the first one that was produced was by a company called Ingersoll. They were a huge company, and they made a watch in 1933, and that watch sold for, wait for it everybody, wait for it, $2.95. That's $3 for a watch. Anyone who goes to Magic Kingdom or Epcot or any Disney place now know that Mickey Mouse watches are nowhere near that price now. Yes, I wish I had one of those watches, but I do have a lot of Mickey Mouse watches. I may have popped up one on this video as I'm talking, because I'm going to be putting potentially little pictures of some of the Mickey Mouse stuff that I've got. I've got a lot of watches, I even bought one this year in the Magic Kingdom, and that will appear, because it's not on there yet, I don't think. If it is on there, check it. If it's not, it's coming soon. It's the What We Bought in Florida vlogs, because I bought a Mickey Mouse watch there, as I also bought my wife a Minnie Mouse watch, I think it is, or was it Mickey? She's got a watch anyway, it's either Mickey or Minnie, so that's going to be popped up on the What We Bought in Florida. Oh. Now, the first cartoon that Mickey Mouse went into colour was called The Band Concert. That one, I do love that one a lot. You do check out that one. That's a really cool cartoon, that one. Very manic in places, but very good cartoon. But his first colour cartoon. Now, as you probably know, Mickey Mouse debuted at the cinema, as in a feature film cinema, because obviously the shorts would be at the cinema anyway, the short cartoons, although they could be on telly now, but they used to be at the cinema. But his first feature-length appearance was, of course, Fantasia, and he was Sorcerer Mickey. That is, if you've never seen that, you really should watch that one. That's such a good story, animation. The music is obviously classical music. It's just really good, and it was so good that when they redid it, they did Fantasia 2000, because the concept of Fantasia was it was supposed to be continually evolving. That every year they'd re-release it with an additional cartoon and take out a cartoon, but it never quite happened. But Fantasia 2000, Roy Disney wanted to revisit the whole thing, so they made all different segments, but they still put back in Mickey's Sorcerer's Apprentice scene because it is such a good cartoon. So if you never watched it, do check that one out. That's a really good one. Maybe that's where I get my magic tricks from, because secretly I think I'm the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I am Mickey Mouse. Who knows? And there is one infamous Walt Disney quote. He says, and I know pretty much, I'm going to read it. I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. It was all started by a mouse. And that is just so true. Disney Empire just grew because of Mickey Mouse. If it wasn't for Mickey Mouse, Disney wouldn't be around now. Yes, he's done all the cartoons since the big feature films, the computer animated films. Obviously, Walt Disney was involved with them. But if it wasn't for the success of Mickey Mouse, Disney wouldn't be around now. It's as simple as. Another little fact we learned actually on our behind-the-scenes tour of the Magic Kingdom in Disneyland Paris is Mickey Mouse was not linked really to the parks. We sort of see this a little bit in Paris because it was the 25 years last year and they had lots of Tinkerbell things in the park. If you cast your mind back, if you're old enough, to the wonderful world of Disney, it was basically Walt Disney talking about him building the original Disneyland Park in California. And if you see the start, he had the Cinderella, or sort of Sleeping Beauty Castle, Cinderella Castle, with the castle anyway. But you see Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell was basically linked as the icon to the parks. And the main reason for that, we were told by a cast member, is because there was the possibility that the park would fail miserably. And Walt Disney did not want to tarnish the image of Mickey Mouse against something that failed. So that's why Tinkerbell was used as the icon in the parks, and Mickey was kind of distanced a bit. Although Mickey appeared in the parks, or was in the parks, he wasn't like the icon of the parks. That's why Tinkerbell is the icon of the parks, not Mickey. But obviously we meet Mickey in the parks, and everyone meets Mickey in the parks. And this is an interesting fact that I didn't know. There's a Mickey Mouse cartoon called The Carnival Kid, and that was done in 1929. Now, I have to confess I've not seen that one, so I'm going to have to watch that one again, because that cartoon was the first cartoon that Mickey Mouse spoke. And can you guess what words he spoke? What 2 words he spoke in that cartoon? It all connects to what I like. The first 2 words he spoke was hot dogs. Hot dogs. So that's obviously why, again, subconsciously, I love going to Casey's Corner for my hot dog, because Mickey Mouse first says hot dogs. Who would have thought? Now again, a fact that you may or may not know, Walt Disney provided the voice of Mickey Mouse, and he provided that voice from 1929 until 1946. So he was always doing the voice of Mickey Mouse, and he also did the voice of Minnie Mouse. Thereafter, there have only been 2 other voice actors of Mickey Mouse. Jim McDonald, not Donald, but Jim McDonald provided the voice from 1946 to 1983, and then from 1993 onwards, whether he still does it now, I don't know, is a chap called Wayne Allwine. So he's the current voice of Mickey Mouse. The only Mickey Mouse short to receive an Oscar was a short called Lend a Paw in 1941. And it's kind of funny because that cartoon, you know, featuring Mickey Mouse, obviously he won an Oscar, but that cartoon was, I think, the first cartoon. Let me just check this before I get it all wrong. No, it wasn't the first cartoon, but the main star of that cartoon was Pluto. So that's funny, isn't it? All the cartoons that starred Mickey Mouse didn't get an Oscar, but the one that featured Pluto got an Oscar. That's random, isn't it? That's random. This is a fact that I've just discovered, and it's like, this is wow, this is wow. During World War II, because Disney was still producing cartoons during the war anyway, but during World War II, when the Allied forces invaded Normandy on D-Day in 1944, Mickey Mouse was the secret password between intelligence officers. That's really cool. So that's the power. I mean, that's really cool, isn't it? Mickey Mouse is a secret password for the. That's just mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So those are some little facts about Mickey Mouse. There's probably loads more on the internet if you look for them. I probably missed lots of facts off myself, but I just want to sort of say why I like Mickey Mouse. We've met him lots of times. We've met him in Florida, we've met him in California, we've met him in Paris, and I'll put a few pictures up. If I've not done it yet, I'll do it at the end of this video. Mickey Mouse is just brilliant. He's not my favourite character. I have to confess, my favourite character is Donald Duck, but the Mickey Mouse cartoons are just brilliant. And you always, when you're in the parks and it's like you see Mickey Mouse at the parade, you're always waving at him. If you meet him in the meet and greet areas, you've always got a big smile on your face because you've met Mickey Mouse, and it's just cool. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could be that high, you could be that high. It's just a cool thing to meet Mickey Mouse. So I've got all the cartoons because they released them on DVD in England, and it's hard to say what my favourite one is because there are quite a few favourites I do like, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, but it's the Fantasia one. Sorcerer's Apprentice is such a good cartoon. There's one, I'm not sure if that's no, it's not the band concert. I'm going to put a picture up on it, and I can't think of the name of it now. But basically Mickey Mouse does magic tricks, and I do believe in that one he features Donald Duck as well. So I'll check when I put the picture up as I'm talking. If Donald Duck's in it, there'll be a picture of Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. But Mickey Mouse does card tricks. Again, maybe that's where I get my magical things from, because I want to be Mickey Mouse, Sorcerer's Apprentice, and this little cartoon. I don't know. Subconscious things, you see. Subliminal things that stick in your mind. I don't know. But yes, if you've never watched some of the Mickey Mouse shorts, that's in the short cartoons, I'm sure they're on YouTube somewhere. Check them out. They're just so good because it's the animation skill. It's not just the story. It's not just the laughter. It's the skill of the animation. There's just so much depth to it. So much going on. And if you went beyond Mickey Mouse, and that's not just Donald Duck or Goofy or Minnie Mouse or Pluto, but go beyond. Look for some of the silly symphonies. They are really cool as well. I think it's called. I should know this one now. It's the trees one. That's a really good one. Or there's a skeleton dance. That's a really good one. There's obviously the Three Little Pigs, but the silly symphonies are basically cartoons done to music, a little tune. But they're really cool. But I'm certainly diverting away from Mickey Mouse because it's all Mickey about Mickey Mouse. It's Mickey's birthday, so if you're watching this Mickey around the world, happy birthday, Mickey. I just hope I look as good as you when I reach 90, which isn't too far away.